When you're dealing with somebody who seems to act like they just don't care about you, it's usually because they don't care about you. A narcissistic person has an inability to understand and empathise with other people's pain, and it's deep rooted in their personalities. It's their lack of empathy. They have grown to become that self-focused to the extreme that they can't shift the attention away from themselves. They can't put themselves in another person's shoes to genuinely acknowledge another person's pain, rendering them incapable of caring about another person. They have that sense of self-importance, believing they're superior, believing they're special, believing that they deserve special treatment, that they're more important than other people. Therefore, if it's not the pain that they're suffering, they're not interested in that pain. If it's pain that they've caused you, then you made them cause you that pain, even though you didn't, but in their mind, you made them do it. If it's pain that somebody else has caused you or suffering from another outside source, then that's your problem. You need to go and deal with that. Yet any pain they're suffering, they'll also make that your problem, and you need to deal with that. Narcissistic people lack empathy. They have an inability to put themselves in another person's shoes, to truly comprehend another person's pain and what another person might be going through. They're that wrapped up in themselves and their own pain and suffering, and the world around them is against them, and that people are after them, and that people are hurting them, that they can't recognise when somebody else is suffering. In a moment, they might be able to recognise, and they will use that against the person because they have a deep inability to empathise. They lack the compassion to actually care about the suffering that somebody else is going through. And you'll often notice this with a narcissistic person because they have always suffered far worse than anybody else. They will go all out to dismiss another person's emotional responses to situations. They'll gaslight people. They'll tell people that they're being too sensitive, they're overreacting. Yet say that to a narcissist, they're going to take massive offence to this. And a narcissist, because they are highly insensitive people, they will be incredibly insensitive towards you, hurt your feelings, get you all up in your feelings, and then accuse you of being too sensitive. You can just offer them some friendly feedback. They take this as criticism and they attack you and then accuse you of being too sensitive. Narcissistic people struggle deeply with vulnerability, possibly because they use other people's vulnerabilities against other people to meet their own needs. By them avoiding their vulnerabilities, they suppress their emotions. Now, in one sense, to make their reality fit their narrative, they look to create situations where they can be the hero or they can be the victim in order to gain the sympathetic attention, but they'll never be truly vulnerable with another person. Because they can't be vulnerable with another person, they can't comprehend the feelings of other people. They have that emotional disconnect from others, and it obstructs them from understanding another person's pain. They're only willing to understand their own and use their own to get their own needs met, which is why you'll often notice that They will happily play the victim to a set of circumstances to gain the sympathetic attention. Yet if somebody else is the victim to those circumstances, they don't relate, they don't support, they don't help, they don't think, oh, I know how that feels, maybe if you try this. They don't care. That person's just taking the attention away from the narcissist. They view compassion and empathy as a weakness because they use other people's compassion and empathy to their advantage. They guilt trip people. They play the victim with people. They make people feel obligated into helping them. They go all out to use other people's compassion and use other people's empathy to gain their flying monkeys and gain the enablers. They strive to avoid consequences at all costs. They go all out to dismiss people, to invalidate others. Therefore, as they see compassion and empathy as a weakness, they're not going to show it to other people because they're looking to remain in control of any and all situations. So when it comes to a narcissistic person who promises you something to get their needs met in the present and then fails to deliver on that promise and then tells you that you're imagining things, it's because they don't care. Remember, if they wanted to, they would. When a narcissist wants something from you, they can be some of the nicest people you've ever met because they're manipulating you. Yet when they don't need anything from you, they disappear on you. They talk badly about other people and they talk badly about you because they're striving for the attention to be on themselves. So when somebody acts like they don't care, it's usually because they don't. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, and a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which I shall also link into the description if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.